The Awakening. Admiral Elena Chen stood at the observation deck of the Stellar Archive, her enhanced eyes taking in the sprawling data crystals that held the history of humanity's exodus. After 300,000 years of evolution on Novus Prime, humans had transformed. Their skin now shifted colors with their emotions, neural interfaces grew naturally at their temples, and their minds could process information at quantum speeds. The discovery had come by accident. A routine scan of ancient data crystals had revealed a hidden frequency, a message left by their ancestors. Elena's hand trembled as she accessed the quantum feed through her neural interface. The message wasn't about natural disasters forcing humanity to flee Earth. It was about betrayal. "Director Wei," she called out, her skin flickering with urgency patterns. "You need to see this." The director materialized beside her, his form slightly translucent, another adaptation from centuries of living in low gravity. The quantum data streamed between them, telling a story of manipulation and deceit. The Guardians, supposed protectors of developing civilizations, had engineered humanity's exodus from Earth. "They've done this before," Wei whispered, his skin pulsing with shock patterns. "And they'll do it again. Earth wasn't the first world they've cleared. And it won't be the last." Elena's decision crystallized in her mind. Prepare the fleet. It's time for humanity's children to return home. The next 3 months saw the largest mobilization in colonial history. 10,000 ships grew from quantum seeds, each vessel a living crystal capable of faster-than-light travel. The crews underwent genetic activation, unlocking abilities their ancestors had hidden in their DNA for this very moment. As Elena stood on the bridge of the flagship Genesis, she addressed the fleet. "For 300 millennia, we believed we fled Earth to survive. Today we learned the truth. We were driven out by beings who saw us as a threat. They thought they were shepherding sheep, but our ancestors made sure they were actually raising wolves. Today, we bare our teeth." The fleet jumped into quantum space, leaving behind the only home they'd known for 300,000 years. Their destination, Earth, and a reckoning centuries in the making. Legacy of the stars. Earth loomed before them, a sphere of blue and green that looked deceptively unchanged after 300,000 years. But Elena's enhanced vision could detect the differences. Massive energy signatures pulsing beneath the surface, artificial structures that weren't mentioned in any historical record, and a web of quantum frequencies that blanketed the planet. "Multiple Guardian vessels approaching," reported Commander Santos, his neural crystals flickering with incoming data. "Their energy signatures match nothing in our database. They've evolved their technology too." Elena's skin rippled with determination patterns. "Open a channel." A holographic form materialized on the bridge. A Guardian, their body a swirling mass of energy, contained within a vaguely humanoid shape. "This is Overseer Ven of Earth Protectorate. Your presence here violates multiple treaties. Identify yourself." "I am Admiral Elena Chen of the Novus Fleet. We are humanity's children, returning to our ancestral home." Elena let her skin shift to reveal her neural interfaces, a display of how far they'd evolved. "And we know what you did to our ancestors." The Guardian's form flickered. Surprise, perhaps, or fear. "Admiral Chen, you operate under a misunderstanding. The Exodus was necessary for humanity's survival. Solar storms would have. Spare us the lies, Overseer." Elena transmitted a data burst, the hidden message they'd discovered. "Our ancestors left us more than just their genes. They left us the truth." Silence stretched across space. More Guardian ships appeared, their designs organic and flowing, beautiful in their alienness. Elena noted their weapon ports remained closed. They were still hoping to control the situation through diplomacy. "These are serious accusations," Ven said finally. "The Council will need to be consulted. In the meantime, maintain your position and do not approach the planet." Elena's skin flashed with command patterns. "We didn't come asking permission, Overseer. We came to reclaim what's ours." She turned to her crew. Activate the Prometheus Protocol. Throughout the fleet, quantum cores pulsed in unison. The ships began to resonate at frequencies that penetrated Earth's atmosphere, carrying an ancient code hidden in their harmonics. Deep beneath the planet's surface, something ancient began to wake up. Ven's form destabilized momentarily. "What are you doing? Stop this immediately. We're speaking to systems you never knew existed." Alina replied, "Our ancestors spent decades preparing for their exile. Did you really think they didn't leave anything behind?" Warning signals flashed across the bridge as Guardian ships moved to surround the fleet. But Alina remained calm. The quantum resonance was building, each wave carrying more coded instructions to Earth's hidden infrastructure. "Final warning," Ven declared. "Cease your activities, or we will be forced to take action." Alina's skin rippled with what might have been amusement. "You don't understand, Overseer. This isn't a negotiation or a request. This is a revolution 300,000 years in the making." She turned to her crew. "Prepare for Phase 2. Let's show them what humanity's children can really do." The quantum resonance reached its peak, and deep beneath Earth's surface, ancient machines built by humanity's ancestors hummed to life. The game was about to change dramatically. The hidden protocol. The quantum pulse from Earth's core took everyone by surprise. Guardian ships reeled as their energy fields fluctuated, while hidden structures began emerging from the planet's oceans, massive crystalline towers that had lain dormant for 300 millennia. Ancient human quantum architecture, breathed Commander Santos, his neural interfaces processing the readings. The designs are perfect, like they were built yesterday. Alina's skin rippled with pride patterns. Their ancestors had indeed planned well. Begin descent sequence. Get me a team ready for ground insertion. The Genesis descended through Earth's atmosphere, its crystalline hull adapting to the entry heat. Guardian vessels moved to intercept, but the ancient towers were already affecting their systems, creating zones of quantum interference that their evolved technology couldn't penetrate. "Admiral," Ven's hologram flickered urgently on the bridge. "You don't understand what you're interfering with. Earth is more than just your ancestral home. It's a nexus point for your entire network of displaced civilizations." Alina interrupted. "We know about the others, Overseer. The Centaurians, the Proxima Colony, the Sirius Collective, all evacuated from their homes when they reached a certain level of development. We found their records in our archives." The Guardian's form wavered. "Everything we did was for the greater good. Some species need guidance, protection. You mean control." Alina's skin flashed with challenge patterns. "But humanity left you a surprise, didn't we? Something you could never find or understand, no matter how long you searched." The Genesis landed near one of the emerged structures, its crystalline form resonating with the ancient technology. Alina led her team out, their evolved bodies adapting instantly to Earth's gravity. The air felt different here, heavier with history and purpose. Deep within the tower, they found what their ancestors had left behind. A quantum core unlike anything they'd ever seen, its crystalline structure so complex it seemed to fold in on itself infinitely. "It's beautiful," whispered Dr. Yara Lin, their quantum architect. Her neural interfaces sparkled as she connected with the ancient system. "This isn't just a database or weapon. It's a key to something bigger." Alina watched as data streams filled the air around them, showing the true scope of their ancestors' plan. The displaced civilizations, the guided evolution, the carefully hidden technology, it was all connected. They didn't just leave us their legacy, Alina realized, her skin pulsing with revelation patterns. They left us their solution. Guardian forces were gathering above, their ships trying to establish a blockade. But they were too late. The quantum core was already interfacing with similar installations around the planet, creating a network that had lain dormant for 300,000 years. "You believe you're protecting these civilizations," Alina transmitted to Ven. "But you're really just keeping them from their true potential. Our ancestors saw that, and they left us everything we need to set things right." The quantum core pulsed with ancient power, and across the galaxy, other displaced civilizations began receiving signals they didn't yet understand. Humanity's children hadn't just come home. They'd come to awaken everyone else. Children of innovation. The first attack came without warning. Guardian ships launched quantum disruption waves designed to shut down any technology within range. But humanity had evolved far beyond simple machinery. "Neural shields holding," reported Santos, his skin pulsing with battle patterns. "The quantum harmonics from our ancestral tech are actually strengthening our defenses." Elena watched as her fleet adapted to each Guardian attack, their crystalline ships resonating with Earth's ancient network. This was what their ancestors had planned for, not just survival, but transcendence. Multiple quantum signatures detected, Dr. Lin called out, her neural interfaces streaming data. The signals reaching other systems, other displaced civilizations are awakening. Through their quantum network, Elena could see it happening. On dozens of worlds across the galaxy, buried technologies were activating. Their ancestors hadn't just prepared Earth, they'd seeded quantum cores throughout the galaxy, hiding them beneath the Guardian's supposed sanctuaries. "You've gone too far." Ven's hologram appeared, its form crackling with barely contained energy. "The Council has authorized full containment protocols. This ends now." The sky above Earth lit up as thousands of Guardian ships emerged from quantum space, their organic forms writhing with powered weapons. But Elena's skin showed no fear patterns, only fierce determination. "You still don't understand what we are," she transmitted. "We're not just humanity's descendants. We're their answer to you." The Genesis quantum core pulsed, synchronizing with the ancient network. Every human in the fleet felt their neural interfaces harmonize, connecting them not just to their ships but to each other. 300,000 years of guided evolution had prepared them for this moment. Guardian weapons fired, filling space with quantum disruption fields. But humanity's children moved as one, their ships dancing through the attack patterns with impossible precision. Each vessel's crystalline structure refracted the energy attacks, turning them into fuel for their own systems. "The network is at full power," Dr. Lin announced, her skin glowing with excitement patterns. "We're receiving signals from the Centaurian system. Their quantum core has fully activated. The Proxima colony is next." Elena felt it through her neural interface, a galaxy-wide awakening. Every civilization the Guardians had protected was receiving the truth about their displacement, along with the tools to reclaim their destiny. "Your containment has failed, Overseer," Elena transmitted as her fleet engaged the Guardian Armada. "Humanity didn't just evolve to fight you. We evolved to free everyone from you." The battle above Earth became a dance of quantum energies and crystalline reflections. Guardian ships found their weapons reflected back at them, their tactical advantages negated by technology they'd never detected. But it wasn't just superior technology that gave humanity's children their edge. It was the changes written into their very DNA. Neural interfaces flashed as humans processed battle data at quantum speeds. Skin patterns shifted to share tactical information across the fleet without need for conventional communications. Even their ships, grown from living crystals, adapted and evolved during the fight. Multiple Guardian vessels attempting quantum retreat, Santos reported. "They're realizing their weapons are useless against our evolved defenses." Elena's skin rippled with victory patterns, but she knew this was just the beginning. The real challenge would be managing the galaxy-wide awakening they triggered. Centuries of Guardian control were unraveling, and the chaos that followed would test them all. "Prepare for phase final," she ordered, her neural interfaces connecting with the ancient network. "It's time to show the galaxy what humanity's children have become." Dawn of reckoning. The Guardian Council materialized in Earth's orbit, 12 beings of pure energy, their combined presence dimming the stars themselves. Elena stood on the Genesis's bridge, her skin steady with resolve patterns, as she faced the architects of humanity's exile. "You have disrupted the balance of the galaxy," the first speaker's voice resonated through quantum space. Countless civilizations are in chaos. The order we maintained for millions of years was built on lies. Alina interrupted, transmitting the full data stream from Earth's quantum core. Every civilization you protected was approaching a breakthrough that would have made them your equals. So you engineered disasters, forced evacuations, guided their development along paths you could control. The Council's energy forms flickered as the evidence of their manipulation spread across the galaxy. Through the quantum network, Alina could sense other civilizations watching, learning the truth about their own histories. Your ancestors were dangerous, another council member declared. Their innovation rate was unprecedented. If left unchecked, we would have surpassed you, Alina finished. That's what you feared. But our ancestors knew you were coming. They didn't just prepare Earth, they prepared us. The quantum network pulsed, and holographic images filled the space between them. 300,000 years of guided human evolution displayed in strands of modified DNA. Every adaptation, every enhancement, every neural interface, all designed to create beings who could match and exceed Guardian technology. Impossible, the first speaker's form wavered. No species could plan across such timescales. Alina's skin rippled with pride patterns. We didn't just plan. We evolved exactly as our ancestors intended. Every displaced civilization carried similar potential. You didn't protect them. You stunted them. But that ends today. The quantum cores across the galaxy synchronized, their combined power creating something new. Not a weapon, but a key unlocking potential that had been dormant in every species the Guardians had guided. The age of guardianship is over, Alina announced, her voice carrying to every watching civilization. We're not here for revenge. We're here to finish what our ancestors started, to ensure every species can reach their full potential, free from manipulation. The Council's forms began to destabilize as their control over the galaxy's quantum infrastructure faltered. Centuries of careful manipulation were unraveling, replaced by something more chaotic, but infinitely more genuine. True cooperation between equals. You don't understand what you're releasing, the first speaker warned. Some species aren't ready for freedom. Alina's skin flashed with challenge patterns. That's not your decision to make. Not anymore. The Genesis's quantum core pulsed one final time, and across the galaxy, the last of the Guardians' hidden controls shattered. Their energy forms faded, not destroyed but diminished, reduced to observers in a galaxy they no longer controlled. In the days that followed, humanity's children found themselves at the center of a galactic renaissance. Their evolved bodies and minds made them ideal mediators between newly awakened civilizations. The chaos the Guardians had feared did come, but with it came innovation, cooperation, and growth they could never have imagined. Alina stood in the ancient quantum core chamber beneath Earth's surface, watching data streams from across the galaxy. 300,000 years ago, their ancestors had faced exile with defiance, turning forced evacuation into the ultimate victory. Now their children had returned, not just to reclaim their home, but to ensure no species would ever face such manipulation again. Send word to the fleet, she commanded, her skin showing patterns of new purpose. Our work is just beginning. Above her, Earth's quantum network hummed with ancient power, ready to help guide the galaxy not toward control, but toward freedom. Humanity's children had come home, and they had brought dawn to a galaxy long held in twilight.